And like usual, you can tell from the lagginess and everything. Every once in a while, it just has to like load weird things. Yeah, again, the game engine is not very good. It's old, and it's unstable, and it's got a lot of issues. My computer performance on the other monitor says it's barely touching my CPU. The game itself just doesn't run very well anymore. Especially on these big maps where it never ran well. Even on the hardware it was built on, it never ran well. Luckily, they're making that new game, so hopefully that'll run a lot better. Alright, we do have the money to actually upgrade the church now, which I'd very much like to do. Which is not terribly expensive, actually, considering how much money we make now. I also need to start upgrading vagabond camps, so that I can unlock the better money-making things. Hitbox is doing weird temporal shit. You're gonna have to explain what it's doing, because that is a vague statement.
I'm armed.
And I'm curious.
For fame and honor.
See you, Metalizer. Okay, how much would you cost to upgrade? Not much. Do it. My mustache keeps drooping down and getting in the way of my mouth, and it's annoying. It's the pains of having facial hair.
A settlement has developed and therefore received new right under its charter.
Bergen upgraded to a town from a village. Can almost smuggle alcohol again. You can see the upgrade progress right there. And all you can hear are coin noises. The time I responded to Dingbat's statement, Hitbox rewound the timestamp by 2 minutes. Weird temporal shit. That is weird. What do you MDB, do you think you'll do a Far Cry Primal Let's Play? Almost definitely no, because the way I've had that game explained to me is it's what if you made a whole game out of those, like, bow hunter with an animal pet part of Far Cry 4, and that is literally one of the least fun things I've ever played in a video game in my life. I think I ranked it at the time as the third worst experience I've ever had playing a video game. I fucking hated that. I fucking hated that. To the point that it is one of the only... I have never in my entire life abandoned a Let's Play, back when I did Let's Plays and not just playthroughs. I think you need to have the sub-alert stay up longer. I think it's set to 5 seconds for follows and 10 seconds for other things. I can set just 10 seconds for everything. It's just what it was set to. But... yeah, I fucking hated that mode. I don't know what it was, it just felt awful to me. I couldn't stand that. The rest of the game, I enjoyed the gameplay at least. The story was shit, but I enjoyed the gameplay. Alright, the Catholic Dome is done. So let's go ahead. And, yeah, attractiveness, gain believer's ability, that's very important. Book collection, talents level 1, indulgence. Letter to Rome certificate. Yep. The letter to Rome is a good way to try and win the position from someone in court of, like, politics. It's a really easy way to make people hate the person. If you're Protestant, then instead what you would do is get a letter of, like, rhetoric or something, where you read it to someone specifically, and it'll make that person specifically hate the other person. And you would just pick to read those notes to people who are going to be voting on that position, and have them hate the person already in the position the same day that you apply for it. So they both have a relative equivalent on that.
The church tithe has been changed.
What's the first and second then? Sorry, I don't know first and second what. I don't know what you're talking about. Pegamin was the least insane character in the game.
Upgraded.
Yeah, pretty much.
A building has been upgraded.
Everyone else was insane and just not written to be insane because the writing was really bad. Then again, it's fucking Far Cry, so they've never had good writing. Well, I can't say that because I never played Far Cry 1 and 2, so maybe those had good writing, I don't know. I really enjoy the gameplay, and I really enjoy ripping on the plot, so do with that information what you will.
If you're sure.
There we go. We can actually smuggle rum now, which is worth a lot more, which is awesome. So do you use letters of Rome on jurors, voters, or your competitor? You can use it on your competitors, of course, but the main thing you would use it on is whenever you apply for an office, whenever you apply for a spot in politics and they already have that spot, you use it on them to make everyone else hate them more and want to vote for you more. It's a nice alternative to just walking around and bribing everyone. And even if you walk around and bribe everyone, they might still vote for the other guy if they have, like, family voting them in and stuff. So you gotta make them really hate that person if it's family. Because, like, they can love you way more, but if it's family, they'll still vote for them unless they fucking hate that person's guts. So you gotta use items to really make them hate that person. And, the letter to Rome is one of the good ways to do that. Letter of Indulgence, right, Letter of Indulgence, I believe, makes all your crimes go away. And Certificate of Tradeship, impress the employees of your business, will work, increase reputation will grow, and also work more efficiently, yeah. In general, I like the Catholic Church more than the Protestant Church in this game in terms of abilities. I wouldn't say either one is way better than the other.
Victory
I would say overall the Catholic one is probably more useful, though. Try a free game called Cluster Truck. It's great. I might have to look it up if I remember. What about excommunication? I don't actually even remember how that functions in this game. It's been a long time. Can you make a casino? No. The closest thing to a casino is the tavern, because people gamble in it. Smuggle more rum. And
Victory is ours.
dance. Wow, it is lagging bad. You can see my mouse is moving just fine and everything else isn't. That's how you know the game engine is just puking all over its own shirt. We are selling rum fast. They had equivalents of casinos back then. They just probably weren't called casinos. Alright, so this is upgraded now. We have the money to upgrade it again, so I'm going to. Because that'll unlock the really good stuff. And once again, we're upgrading stuff makes begging better. Not that we would ever beg, because it's not as profitable as the other begging equivalents we can do. But if we have it hands off, so we have that automated, then our workers will beg half of the time, so you might as well make it as good as possible. It's a small one-time cost for a very large long-term benefit. And when I say long-term, I mean you're going to make a net profit on that in less than a day, so very much worth it. Will we make a thieves guild in this dynasty? We have 4. 4 smuggler holes here. In fact, everyone in this one died again. Apparently we have some stiff competition here in London that does not want our guys to survive. Yo. And sorry again for anyone coming in late for not having anyone co-commentating today. I asked quite a few people, of the usual people I go to, for the co-commentary on this game specifically. But none of them were free. So, sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Victory is ours.
Doesn't mean that we're focused on the game a little bit more, though, so I'm sure some people will be happy about that. And we're just pumping more into that arcane knowledge. And also worth to point out, again, arcane knowledge is what makes, it's the equivalent of handicrafts for scholars. I don't remember if the game tells you that. I feel like it might. But as far as I'm aware, handicrafts does nothing for scholars. It might affect an item or two, but not much. Will you ever revisit Evil Genius to play as different people? There's not really much of a point. The different Evil Geniuses themselves are not terribly different, in terms of gameplay. The henchmen are, but it's not a huge deal. I'm probably not going to revisit it, but if I do, it won't be for a long time. Because I have way too many other games on the list. Like, if I was living in a better place and I would stream like 4 to 5 times a week, I would have a day dedicated just to like an open world long-term game for people who really want a long haul playthrough, like 2,000 plus parts kind of thing. All kinds of little series, more playing games with fans. I want to get back to doing more Minecraft with fans on my community server. Because the community server doesn't have many people going on it right now. It comes and goes in spurts. Whenever I do a Minecraft-related thing, it gets really popular again, and then if I don't do a Minecraft-related thing for a long time, it gets unpopular again. But again, it's a bonus for if you donate $5 or more a month on Patreon, or if you're subscribed to me on Hitbox, either one, because you're paying the same amount on that. Either one of those, all you have to do is give me your Minecraft username, and you're in the whitelist. And again, that server's been more active than before ever since I put it on whitelist, because now there's no worry about griefing. No one needs to worry about griefing because people pay to get in. And it's just a really friendly community on there now. About as many people play on there as before, although more did when I did it more often. Do you play Minecraft on Xbox One? I do not own an Xbox One. I play it on PC. Yeah, it's... Going whitelist was like the best thing I ever did for that server. Because just people have enjoyed the server so much more since doing that, because the community on there has become so much more friendly, and everyone knows that no one's gonna fuck with your stuff or anything, because you don't need to worry about it. Like, we didn't get a single, like, we always had a thread for reporting griefing on the forum, and I was quick to take care of griefing. If griefing happened, I contacted my server host, and they would reset the server to how it was a day ago, like, every time, and it fixed it. But it would still happen, like, once a month or something. Now, there has not been a single report of griefing since it went whitelist mode. People have enjoyed that a lot more. And, I would like to get back to doing that more often, because I hardly play Minecraft anymore. Because, like, I don't like building stuff that much in Minecraft. I am not a creative guy in that kind of way, but I love watching what other people make. So that's kind of why I play Minecraft, is just to watch other people build. Like, what I used to do when the server was more popular was I used to just go on and not even play. I would just be on observe mode, and I would just watch other people play when I'm playing another game on the side, and, like, type to them. I would just, like, I'd be playing, like, on my other monitor, I'd be playing, like, WW 2K16 or something, and then on my main monitor, I'm just, like, watching people build and typing and chatting with them. It's fun. What's my name for PS4? Same thing, same name as everything, Mah-Dry-Bread. Is this thing upgraded yet? It's almost upgraded.
Shall I help?
So, dance. And let's get a little bit of martial arts and dexterity, actually, just in case people start attacking us in, because I think we're starting to really piss off our competitors now that we're becoming a good business.
Has been upgraded.
Alright, so with that upgrade, we unlocked, with that upgrade, we unlocked a very strong ability.
I'm armed. Here
And I'm going to show it to you. So, Oliver Vagabonds,
Victory.
as well as anyone who owns that business, which for me is Free Citizen Mah-Dry-Bread, now has Crystal Ball.
Child's play.
This ability is completely overpowered. The amount of money you make off this is fucking absurd. I think some of the money you generate off of it is based on bargaining. I could be wrong. But charisma and definitely rhetoric play a role. We're just gonna go on fast forward, or we're just going fast and have him do that in the middle of the marketplace. And like, see all the money flying up already. One of those was 250. People just swarm, and this is the least populated city on the entire map right now. And people will just start swarming around and paying you ridiculous amounts of money. If you do this in a place like the Hamburg Market, which is the most popular area in the entire map, you will just see a non-stop flood of money signs flying up. The amount of money you make is unfair. Is your description that YouTube guy? Probably. I don't think anyone impersonates me on PS4. People impersonate me on Steam and Skype. But I don't think they do on PS4. Yeah, anytime you try and add me anywhere, it's entirely possible it's a fake account, so basically what I recommend is go to my YouTube About page or the description of any of my YouTube videos, and click the official links there. That'll take you to my actual stuff. If it's not on that list, do not trust that it's actually me, because there are a lot of people who impersonate me. Like, I think there are like 3 fake Mah-Dry-Bread accounts on Skype. One of them is from the United States, because I guess the person who made it thought I was American. And there are a few people who pretend to be me off and on Steam. How much does it cost to join the server? Either donate $5 or more a month on Patreon, or subscribe to me for $5 a month here on Hitbox. I don't earn the same amount off both of those. Like, you make less off Hitbox than you do Patreon, because Patreon's a donation service, whereas Hitbox subscribing is an actual, like, direct thing for like a partnership thing. Kind of. Not anymore, but it plays a role in the actual business model. So I get less off the Hitbox one, but because you're paying the same amount, I'm not gonna fucking jip you out of it. So if you do $5 on either one, then you get Hitbox, or you get Minecraft whitelisting. Just inbox me on YouTube, message me on YouTube your username on Hitbox. If you're doing a Hitbox subscription, then message me on YouTube your Hitbox name and your Minecraft name, and I'll add you to the whitelist. And if you are donating on Patreon instead, then I'll ask you, because Patreon has this built-in messaging system. Whenever someone donates on Patreon, I immediately, as soon as I see the message, I message them and ask them any information I need to give them their rewards. You know, like I ask them, like, what name do you want to go by in the Hall of Fame? What's your Minecraft username if you have one, so I can put you in the whitelist? You know, I message you on Patreon and ask the second I read that I have this new donor on Patreon. Believe me, if Hitbox had a built-in inbox system, I would do that, but it doesn't, so. I actually don't know why it doesn't. It's a weird thing for the website to be missing, considering everything else on the website is really fucking good. Like, it's got all kinds of great stuff. Like, if you hold down Control and click someone's name in the chat, it auto-ats them. So you can message them really easily and have them see it really easily, because on their end, it, like, changes color. So it's really easy to talk to people, even in a busy chat. It had GIFs embedded in the chat way before Twitch did. It was HTML5 way before Twitch was. It just got theater mode this week, which works pretty well, although it was pretty late on the theater mode. People have been asking for that for a while, but whatever. They made it, and it works pretty well. I like it. Hitbox has a way better server for streams. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed. If you watched a Twitch stream and you know that 24-second delay, watch this stream on Source. 4-second delay. That's not bad. Communication with the chat's important in my stream, and that's another reason why I like Hitbox. Got that 4-second delay instead of 24-second, which is really nice. Itsukajin. Got that really short delay. Also, Twitch limits you to a 3.5 megabit upload stream. I'm tripling that at 9 megabit upload. If you watch this on Source, it looks way better than Twitch streams. Unless you're watching a special company Twitch stream, you know, they do special rules for that, like, you know, if it's like the World Series of a game or something, they do special rules for that, as anyone should. But over here, yeah, they let you do any quality, which is why this is 60 frames per second, which you can't tell from this game, because, whoa, that engine is bad. And my webcam is not 60 frames per second, just because webcams aren't. You basically need to hook up an actual camcorder through a capture card if you want to get 60 frames per second on a face cam. Which I do not have the money to drop on that, because that right there, you're asking for an over 1,000 American dollar investment. And I'm Canadian. Our dollar sucks compared to the American dollar. Luckily, I get paid American money. So the exchange rate is good when I buy local. Although I still probably make a net loss of money because our economy is so bad that everything is inflated here. Life-giving water, nectar of the gods. I'm surprised we're at a solid 30-35 viewers this stream. Pretty consistently, considering... Didn't think many people would want to come watch the Guild 2, but it seems like almost every time it turns into roughly this. Not nearly as popular as when I do Payday 2 or anything, of course, where I get like 70 to 100. Still. Does anyone know how I give people Steam trading cards? I actually don't know. People usually like initiate the trades with me. Thanks for following, though, Super Mega Waffles. I appreciate that. My hair feels weird today. I don't know what it is. Alright, so you can see we've accumulated a lot of money now. We're kind of at that point in the game, and we'll purchase a new title. We're kind of at that point in the game when I would normally start trying to get into politics. Because I can hands-off, really... I can really hands-off reliably kind of do things now. I don't need to really be manually managing my businesses at this point, so I can just go into politics and just kind of do whatever I want. So I'm going to go ahead and apply for office in my hometown here. Wow, no one is actually applying for these, so I'm going to go guild representative.
Congratulations.
I want to apply for an office.
That is not my character's voice. It played the wrong voice. That's a great glitch. Should I move to Canada if Trump wins the election? If you're going to move to another country, don't move to Canada. There are a lot of better countries out there. And plus, our economy is really, really heavily tied to the United States. So, in the event that Trump wins, and in the event that Trump makes things even worse on an economic level, Canada's going down with the ship. Our economy has never been as tied to the United States as it is right now. There's been a problem for the last 8 years of United States buying out all of our industry.
You have taken office.
Oh, yeah, I took office just instantly because no one else applied for it. So, yay, that was really easy. That's one of the good things about living in the smallest town in the game. The office is small and easy to get into. So boom, just like that, I am now I'm the Guildmaster of Rogues, which I got just for having a very wealthy business, which gets me guild fame over time. And we also are in office as the guild representative, which gives us some abilities here. We can inspect businesses, which I believe can, like, uncover crimes, I believe? I could be wrong. Let's just have them inspect a random business around town. They'll go inspect the pawnbroker in town.
For honor's sake.
But I want to be moving on up. Let's apply for office. I want to go for the next rank, which is Village Reeve. They have diplomatic immunity, and they set the severity of the law. Essentially, it's the judge. It's the judge for this small town. So I want to apply for office there.
For an office. Please pass it on.
The city council will soon.
Have you ever played Undertale? I'm curious. It's funny you asked that. I haven't, mostly because I'm not into bullet hells. However, I do very much enjoy the game on many different levels. I know it's a cool game to hate on because a lot of the fan base is ridiculous, I know. I try not to let that I don't hold that against the game, though. It's still a great game. I love reading into it. I've watched multiple playthroughs by different people. In fact, I just finished watching a Genocide playthrough today. My first time ever watching a Genocide playthrough, and I ended up reading up on the wiki, the differences, and if you play through again after that, all different things. I love looking up theories on it and everything. Actually, what got me to look up the Genocide theory was Matt Pat's recent game theory episode on a fan theory that maybe Sans could be Ness, because Earthbound is one of my favorite games. I'm a big Earthbound fan. I played all 3 games. So, yeah. Undertale's really awesome. And because, of course, the follow-up question to do you like Undertale is do you like Earthbound? And I already answered that one, is one of my favorite games. And then the follow-up question to that you sometimes get is, have you heard of Lisa? Because it's the least popular of the 3 games that kind of has that string of, it has things as quirkiness in common in a weird way with Earthbound. Lisa's fucking awesome. I want to do it on the show one day. And Lisa appeals to my inner wrestling fan as well, because a lot of great wrestling references in that. Including the Road Warriors literally being in the game. Road Warrior Hawk and Road Warrior Animal, the Legion of Doom. I think they're just not named. If Trump wins, guessing Canada will be a next Fallout style? It's possible. It's actually probably not possible, but I don't know, it's funny to think about. I don't know, I'm not terribly attached to Canada. It's where I've lived all my life, but I'm not blind. I know it's not that great a country. We don't even have freedom of speech here. It's a weird country. We have freedom of expression instead, which is almost as good, but not quite. It's weird. It's a weird country. A lot of things we do better than the United States. I do like it in general more than the States. The States fucking terrifies me. But yeah, if you're gonna move country, for all the people who say like, if United States gets worse, I'm moving to Canada. If you're moving country, move to Europe. It's better. If you're already gonna take that plunge to leaving your country, there are better places you can pick. Do like Finland or something. Finland's a great country. I would say go to Sweden, but you know, rape epidemic. That's a pretty shitty thing. And they've got the same post-secondary college and university free speech issues that Canada has rampant right now on the East Coast. So, a lot of problems. To everyone, though, that, like, it seems like everyone either, like, loves Trump or hates Trump, I just want to remind you, don't fall into the trap that so much of the internet does of confirmation bias, where they're like, I saw this Salon article that's title said that he said this racist thing. I instantly believe him before looking into it, because it confirms a thing I already think is true. Try not to fall into that trap, guys. Like, listen, genuinely give everyone a chance and listen to what they have to say, because no candidate is completely devoid of good ideas. They all have some merit to them, some more than others. There are plenty of things about Trump that are good and plenty of things about Trump that are bad. Do I think overall he would make a good president of that country? Probably not. But that doesn't mean you can throw at every little idea he brings up. So, just, I know I'm that boring guy who's like, let's be moderate, guys. But it's true. It's when you get in that whole fucking Tumblr mindset of like, there are dangerous ideas and dangerous opinions. Hush, hush. Someone committed wrongthink. You're not allowed to say those words. You know, it's saying words that you don't like to hear is what makes you think about, hey, does this actually have merit? And the answer isn't always going to be yes, but the answer isn't always going to be no. It's important that you think those things, and it's important that people are able to say those things. Trump is too bigoted for your tastes? He does have a lot of bigotry, but don't chalk up everything he says to bigotry for sure, because there are things that he said before, even about racial things, that I think had a nugget of truth in them, but with Trump, I do think they're mostly bad. It's just, that's the thing. That's the thing, especially with the word bigot. A lot of a lot of things that are genuinely a problem will just get lumped into bigotry, even if it doesn't actually have any kind of racism or anything behind it. It's weird how that works.